Niggas still be listening to Nick Wright? SMH. The under analytical. The infamous by now. Nick, the Dick riding right. He can't talk the game of basketball, and it's symbolic to how he speaks in all sports. Like I told you, he doesn't see the visuals. He reads the stats. That's it. It's as simple. On paper, the case for Bron is glorious. When you look at it in comparison to Kobe, points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, on paper. But Nick Wright, let me tell you again, let me tell all you people out here who even cater to a Nick Wright argument, your argumentation lacks. It's primitive. Only on the basis anybody can find the statistics, look at them and be like, oh, he's better based on the stats. But this is why we have a creative perception. You feel me? You can't deny the reality of what we seen, our visuals. That's why the players today and yesterday, Eddie House, I saw him on First Take, grilling LeBron. The players, they played with both of them. They have a different take than these statistician graduates from college. The Nick Wrights of the world, the Colin Cowards of the world. The people who, if we see them in the park do a left-hand layup, they smoking it every time. Can't mid-range, we know he don't play basketball, let's be real. You don't gotta be the greatest, but we know a motherfucker who can't even hop on the court. Probably geared up and all the shit. Still don't get picked. That's Nick Wright, man. You know that nigga can't play. Yeah, that's the analytics. That's the primitive analytics I talk about, where you run straight to the stats and you be like, oh, he's better based on the stats. But it's kind of it's a contradiction in his argument, because he dismisses Wilt and he dismisses MJ when he talks about the GOAT. When if you ran the stats, those two, especially Kareem. Like, niggas don't talk about Kareem because MJ and LeBron, let's keep it G, get pumped and propagated through the masses. Kobe, not so much. Kareem, never. You feel me? So it's like, Nick Wright, if you ran the stats, you're contradicting your own argument. You used it with LeBron versus Kobe, but then with LeBron and MJ and Kareem, you kind of run a different way, and then your head is cut off because you don't know where to go, because you don't have the visual intake. He still ain't never spoke no basketball terms aside from the statistics. He out-rebounds them. You know what I'm saying? Or the scenario, the layout. And his comparison is that and booty. He said, Lakers smush, Kobe with his Lakers smush, Kwame, Brian Cook, names you, Sasha, names you can't remember. When he got put out the first round, is comparable to today's Kevin Love and J.R. Smith and George Hill and Kyle Korver, predominant names before they even came to the Cavs. That Lakers squad was nothing. Nathaniels. That's just my depiction of a Nick Wright argument. It's typical. I ain't see the shit, but shout out to my subscribers. They're like, look at this nigga talking about Kobe again. Look at his argumentation on Kobe. He was talking about leadership, in which I didn't think Kobe was the best leader either. I think he's the most skilled player ever. He was kind of robotic. He tuned away from his teammates. But every nigga is entitled to their opinion on the game. I'd rather hear Kobe speak than Nick Wright on the game. I'd rather hear Bron speak than Nick Wright on the game. I'd rather hear player insight, you feel me, than these. They need to have a separate section for statisticians to talk the game. You can't become a super analytic on the game of basketball with just stats. You have to have a separate category for the stats where they're like, okay, here's Nick Wright with the numbers. You feel me? He can't just talk about who's the greatest and just run straight to the stat. Y'all got to know the game. Like Jalen Rose. Just watch it for yourself. People who talk details of the game. All of these former players are choosing MJ or Kobe. Because when you play with a nigga and they bring that type of intensity that can't be measured on the numbers, cannot be measured with the numbers, like, it's a fear factor. It's like when you playing that lion, opposed to when you playing this big-ass giraffe. He big, good, but Jason Terry whack him out. You feel me? Kawhi Leonard whack him out. Iguodala whack him out. You know what I'm saying? Kobe a different animal. Jordan a different animal, but you can't know that unless you play against him, or unless you have the play experience to see, oh, they dealing with a different animal out there. You see it in Westbrook, it's a different animal. He's not as skilled. He's not the same animal MJ Kobe, but you see a different energy from Westbrook. You can't measure that with Nick the Dick's argument. You can't. He like LeBron James averages more points than Kobe, but they say he's a better scorer. But look, when you play the game and you watch both of them, in my head, I don't know about y'all. When I watch the game, Kobe and LeBron, I see who's a better scorer. This is why numbers lie. Yes, numbers lie. They imply and infer your argument, but they don't make your argument. I could use numbers all day strategically, in a sense where I could boost up Kobe's number, like put his stats without Shaq, put his stats with over 30 minutes per in a season because his first 3, Dale Harris, was playing them. I could do that, but that rhetoric to me ain't worth my visual input on what I seen. The basketball skill, the movement, the footwork. I always talk about it's basketball. You learn the fundamentals of the game. You play to learn the game. Hello? And to me, ain't nobody learned it like Mamba and Jordan. To me. Kareem too. But that's Nick the Dick. Y'all still listening to him, tune him out. It's been Boycott Nick Wright, man. I ain't gonna go super flame on this because he don't deserve that attention. He don't deserve that light. One of the subscribers said he looked like Steve Blake. I'd rather hear Steve Blake than his ass, man. I want to hear deep, analytical analysis. Even if you choose LeBron, I don't hear this. This is what I don't hear from LeBron fans. This is the saddest part. All you niggas are descendants of Nick Wright. This is what I hear from all you niggas. He got 3 rings. He carried a bum. I hear the narrative ESPN pumped on you. He carried the bum team. He beat the 73 Warriors. His stats, he got better stats than Kobe. He scores more points. He rebounds. I hear that. But that is so bland. If you would describe the game, okay, he has more strength. He's more athletic. His off-ball defense is way more wicked than Kobe's. His transition game is scarier than we've ever seen. If you say the game in which we could see the way he passes like magic, it ain't magic. You don't pass better than magic. Don't get it twisted, nigga. But if y'all mention the depths of the game, I wouldn't be mad. But y'all never do. I don't know what it is about LeBron fans with this programming. He got 4. It's Jordan and LeBron. Or it's LeBron Jordan. They all say the same shit. It's sick. It's a plague out here. It's like Walking Dead. It's a sad thing. If you mention the depths of the game, I can't be mad at you. But if you don't express your opinion with what you saw, then I see the robot in you. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. I see that the opinion is not really yours. It's just something you heard. Now you relaying it to me like I'm supposed to think it's you talking. Nah. Talk the game, man. Nick Wright, don't never talk the game. Boycott Nick Wright. Boycott any nigga who can't allocate the game because they don't know the game. Period. Nick Wright, let me see your dribble. Let me see your ball handle. Let me see your form. You critiquing Kobe Bryant. Let me see what you can do on the court. It's Dame, man. Holla at your boy. Peace.